Okay, so if you've ever had to work with audio or video, you know the absolute headache that transcription can be. But AI is completely changing the game. We're going to look at how this one piece of tech has split into two totally different ways of thinking about creation. It's the difference between perfecting a single tool and building an entire universe.
So let's just start with this one huge question. What if getting that text file from your audio wasn't the end goal? What if it was just step one? This one idea, right here, is what separates the two services we're looking at today. It really shows two completely different mindsets about how we make stuff.
I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief that the days of manually typing out interviews for hours and hours are pretty much over. What used to take all day can now be done in, a few minutes? But that huge leap forward has created a real fork in the road. What's next? Is it choice? Do we perfect the one task? Or do we build a whole creative playground?
And here they are, our two contenders, each representing one of those paths. On one side, you've got turboscribe.ai, which, let's call it the specialist. Its whole mission is to do one thing perfectly: turn your audio and video into super accurate text. And on the other side, there's videomp3word.com, the multiverse, which is all about creating this ecosystem where text, audio, and video can become each other.
So to really get this, we got to look at how they actually work under the hood. And it's really a tale of two different designs, the pipeline versus the multiverse. This is where you can see what they're really all about. TurboScribe is what you'd call a unidirectional pipeline. It's clean, it's simple, its purpose is totally singular. You feed a media file into one end, and you get incredibly accurate text out the other. That's it. It's all about efficiency and being the best at that one specific job. And it uses Whisper, which is one of the top AI models for this. And yeah, the process is exactly as simple as this looks. Upload your file, the AI does its thing, and bam, you get your transcript. It's a straight line, it's a purpose-built tool designed to solve one very specific problem and solve it flawlessly. videomp3word, though, it's playing a totally different game. You have to think of it more like a creative web or a lattice. Here, text, audio, and video aren't the end of the road. They're just points on a map, and you can travel between them. So the transcript isn't the final product. It could be the starting point for something brand new.
So this means, yeah, you can go from a video to a text file, of course, but then you can take that text file and turn it back into audio, or even generate a whole new video from it. It's a system that's built for remixing and transforming, letting you just flow between different kinds of media. One is a straight pipeline. This is a web of possibilities.
All right, let's switch gears and talk about pricing. Now, I know pricing models can sound a little dry, but trust me, the difference between time and tokens has a huge psychological effect on how you actually use these things. So here's the basic difference. TurboScribe runs on a classic subscription. You pay a set fee, like, say, $10 a month, and you get unlimited access. videomp3word, on the other hand, uses tokens. It's pay as you go. You're not buying time, you're buying the exact amount of computer power you need for a task. And this is where that psychology kicks in. A time-based subscription, for some people, creates this little bit of anxiety. You know that feeling in the back of your head that's like, am I using this enough? I'm paying for it. I better get my money's worth before the month is over. It can pressure you to just transcribe things for the sake of it. By contrast, the whole idea behind token-based pricing is that it creates a sense of calm. You buy your tokens, and they just sit there. They're waiting for you whenever you need them. There's no ticking clock. The cost is tied directly to what you actually do, which takes all that pressure off. And you can see the breakdown right here. A subscription is absolutely fantastic if you have a really high volume of work and your needs are predictable. You just want to be able to transcribe anything and everything without thinking about cost. But a token system, that's way better for people whose projects are all over the place. Maybe you have a ton of work one week and then nothing for a month. So, all of this brings us to the big takeaway here. The choice between these two isn't really about which one has better features or pricing. It's about figuring out what you actually need. Do you need a highly specialized tool, or do you need a whole creative universe to play in? The best way to think about TurboScribe is as an instrument. It's like a perfectly made, high-quality wrench. It's simple, it's efficient, and it's designed to do one single job: transcription, better than just about anything else out there. It's a beautiful, utilitarian tool.
Videomp3word, though, is an environment. It's less like that one perfect wrench and more like an entire creative workshop. You know, it's a space filled with all sorts of different tools that invites you to mess around, to explore, and maybe even stumble upon a new idea you weren't even looking for.
And that really brings the question back to you. It's not about which of these is better, it's about what kind of creator you are. What does your day-to-day workflow really need?
Are you someone who needs to perfect the sentence? Is your final product a perfectly clean, 100% accurate text document? Are you a journalist, a researcher, maybe a student who has to turn hours of audio into text that you can search and quote? Or are you trying to write the universe? Do you see a text file as just one ingredient in a much bigger recipe? Are you a content creator who might take a video script, turn that into a podcast, chop that up into an audiogram, and then use it to make a totally new video? So here's the bottom line. You should probably go with turboscribe if your world is all about getting fast, accurate text, and lots of it. If your projects always end with a text document and you just want a simple, powerful tool that does its job, this is your instrument. But you should choose videomp3word if you're constantly jumping between different types of media. If you work with text, audio, and video, and you want a creative space that lets you explore and experiment, then this is your workshop.
At the end of the day, this isn't really a competition. One isn't objectively better than the other. TurboScribe is all about mastering a single function, while videomp3word is about redefining the entire creative space. The better choice is simply the one that fits you, your goals, and your creative style.
And that kind of leaves us with one final thing to think about. As these AI tools get deeper and deeper into our creative process, the choice isn't just about what software you use for a task. It's about which philosophy, which kind of workflow you want to build your future on, the specialized tool or the media multiverse. That choice is yours.